The 1980 Lincoln penny harbors a very underrated variety coin that we should all be paying more attention to. The coin displays fairly strong doubling towards the obverse of the coin, and despite this fact, relatively few of them have been discovered to date, at least in comparison to other more well-known varieties. Let's start by examining the date of the coin, shall we? You should find very strong doubling to all of the numbers, due to the fact that this is the furthest position from the pivot point on the coin. However, the extent to which the doubling displays may depend on the die state of the coin that you discover. The 1 is doubled towards the northeast, with notching both towards the top and bottom of the number, and a strong separation line right down the middle. Although it should be cautioned that in a later die state, the separation line is likely to fade, leaving the notching towards the top and the bottom, and a number that is significantly thicker than it should by rights be instead. Similarly, the 9 displays additional thickness to the top portion of the number, and slight separation lines right down the middle as well. The top tip of the number is affected by the doubling to especially dramatic effect. By far, though, the 8 is doubled the strongest, or at least the most consistently in terms of how the doubling displays. Again, it's thicker than it should be, pretty much all the way around, but here there should be strong separation lines, particularly around the curves of the number, regardless of the die state or wear pattern of your coin. The 0 of the 1980 is definitely the most susceptible to die state or wear, but in general it should be much thicker than normal. This side-by-side comparison with a normal coin on the left side of your screen demonstrates this quite nicely. The doubling is especially noticeable to the top right and bottom left of the 0. Next up, we'll see more truly impressive doubling on the letters of Liberty. The doubling is strongest towards the rim of the coin, but does display on all of the letters of the word, at least to some degree. The L is definitely doubled the strongest, and this also serves as the best example of the effects of the pivoted hub doubling, with the clockwise rotation displaying as doubling towards the southeast on these letters. Then you can follow the rest of the numbers of Liberty as they are doubled to a decreasing degree from left to right, with the I and B still doubled rather strongly, but all the letters should display notching towards the lower left corners at the very least. The "In God" section of the motto is not doubled, as this is the closest towards the pivot point on this coin, but the Trust section is doubled very nominally, but it is barely noticeable in most coins anyway. There are a few die markers to discuss, including 2 parallel die scratches running from the N of "In God We Trust," but honestly, these fade so quickly as the die state advances that I don't find them useful in any particularly meaningful way, other than to diagnose the die state itself for this particular variety, so we'll just gloss over those for now. Then, as far as diagnostics go, there is also some additional doubling towards the upper portion of Lincoln's vest that is definitely worth a mention. And again, here, comparing it to a known regular coin of the same issue is probably the best way to go in this area if you're not that intimately familiar with the design on its own. During 2020, Heritage sold a coin like this at auction, slapped by PCGS as MS63 Red for the closing price of $360. If this is your proverbial cup of tea, then maybe you'll want to take a look at a similar video I did on the 1917 double die obverse penny next. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you for watching, keep collecting, and have a fantastic day.